We are obsessed with Color Guru. You've heard us talk about it on the podcast. Sorry we keep talking about it, but it is the greatest service. It's basically an expert that tells you exactly what looks best on you. They analyze your hair, your skin color, your eye color, and they match you with your ideal color palette for clothes, but also for makeup and also for life, right? Like, Jess, this has infiltrated my life.
I have to tell you, I did the quiz. It was so much fun. I got a whole email and an actual card in the mail, 2 cards that explain which colors look good for me. And I hung them up in my closet. I refer to them daily. Now I know which colors look best on me, clothing wise, but also makeup wise. And I have to tell you, I think I look better.
Yeah, me too. I'm a winter, Jess is a fall, but it's not just winter and fall. There's these subsections in there, and the Color Guru gives you a lot of the reasoning of why you look good in certain things and why not. So then you can apply those principles. It's not just like, I must wear red. It's like, oh, let me think about the clarity of the color. I learned a lot about color theory.
It's almost as fun as your zodiac sign.
It is. And you know I'm not an astrology person, but I am a Color Guru person. And if you want to be a Color Guru person too, we can help you with that. You got to go to colorguru.com. So color, GURU.com. You'll discover your best colors. You can use our coupon code. We'll give you 10% off if you use the code FATMASCARA. That's 10% off when you enter the code FATMASCARA at colorguru.com. If you haven't finished holiday shopping yet, don't panic. I have a Fat Mascara approved source for incredible original gifts. It's Uncommon Goods, uncommongoods.com. They have the absolute best gifts for everyone in your life. They're unique and creative. And Jess and I love that they're often handmade by independent artists and makers. You probably already know because I talked about this on the show. I got my mom the personalized word search blanket on uncommongoods.com, but I just picked up something for my stepson for one of the nights of Hanukkah. I'm getting him a mochi making kit so we can make mochi together. He loves messing around in the kitchen, has a huge sweet tooth. So I love that this is both a gift and an experience we can share together. Speaking of experiences, did you know Uncommon Goods is also offering uncommon experiences? If you're looking for a gift that you don't have to worry about getting lost in the mail, I'm not saying it's last minute, but this is a good last minute resource. Uncommon experiences are more than virtual classes. They're unexpected opportunities to have fun and connect in new ways, like tarot reading, lunar astrology charting, cooking, mixology, crafts gardening. There's so many to choose from. Best of all, every purchase from Uncommon Goods, including the Uncommon Experiences, means you'll be giving back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. Uncommon Goods has donated more than $2.5 million to date. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/fatmascara. That's uncommongoods.com/fatmascara for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
Okay, everyone. Hi. It's Fat Mascara.
Hi.
We're back.
Hi.
What's going on?
Welcome. Hi, Jessica Matlin.
What's shaking?
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. Me too. I just cracked my sternum, so I'm ready to go.
Gross.
I just feel like we're on these little computers. We're all hunched over and everything comes inward. And I have to remind myself every now and then.
I saw a photo of myself the other day and I was like, what is that?
It's a tiny little mouse all scourged up.
I know.
And
it's why am I it looks like I'm so cold or something. And I was just standing there. And I don't know. It's really bad.
If evolution continues this way, I feel like everybody's just going to have teeny tiny rounded shoulders and really long fingers from being on their phones and their computers.
You know, it's funny. We were doing a beauty, I don't want to give too much away, but we were doing a beauty kind of moment at Moda the other day. And we had one of our amazing experts talking about neck and deck creams. And
oh my God, neck and deck is very hot right now. I just got a mailing and they were here's for the neck, here's for the deck.
Yeah. It's I think a lot of people, if you're not super plugged into, beauty, it's kind of an afterthought area. And it was well, why do you need a separate cream? And then the doctor went hard into the reasons, but it wasn't just your phones or your laptop. It was your phones and your laptop, handbags, this. And I was like, and then here's the reason. It was like your neck is like an axial and you're always like, it's the area that gets the most stress, like up, down, left, turn, all around, blah, blah, blah. And then like all of the different like lines that can, like lines and laxity that can be like, you know, that suffer.
And they're so individual. Like some people get the vertical line. Some people get that one horizontal one. Some people get spots.
Anyway, I've never seen, so it was like 9 hours of education. But this part was like,
wait, you sat and learned about necks and decks for 9 hours?
No, it was like 9 hours of beauty, like chat that day. But
oh, wow.
But that part, like if it were a film, that would be like one of the most critical, like that would have like the most intense music. And like it was, people were gripped and there was not one person during that part who wasn't dead locked in, writing down exactly the product they needed to be using. And also I watched everyone, it was so funny. I wish the camera was there. Went from, you realize before you just look at the group and be like, oh, there's a group of people like, you know, sitting in a room. They suddenly like shifted their posture.
Yes.
And it was
the
like,
minute you say neck, everybody just like sits up straighter. Everybody who's listening right now is totally rolling their shoulders back, dropping them down.
The chin was up, but it was like everyone, you realize it went from like, everyone looked like they were like little trolls suddenly into ballerinas. I'm not calling the people trolls, but I'm just saying like the posture went from like troll
String
to ballerina.
through your body, pull up the top of the head. Look at us both getting away from the mic. Get back to the mic. And curl over, get back to the mic.
It was, or turtles to giraffes, or what. It was just like, whoa. And I think about that all the time.
Like, because when you catch yourself, it feels so good.
I'm ready to post it right now. Jen, you see, I have a Post-it pad.
Yes, you're going to put it up like what is your code word that's going to make you sit up straighter and roll your shoulders back? Why do we need to make the thing? I'm such a magazine editor. I'm like, give it a name. Neck and deck.
I think it's just like osteoporosis. I don't know. Or
sit up, girl.
Sit up, shoulders back.
Shoulders back, sure.
I don't know, but it was such it went from being like neck and deck as this superfluous like product and everyone's like kind of not skeptical, but like, what is this, to essential product. And even if it's not a product,
I think it got a rebrand.
Need.
It was like French face. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, bring it down from the face down. And now it's like, no, this is a whole separate area. And based on like tech and how we live our lives, it needs its own, cheers to the beauty industry. They can really make us focus on something, can't they?
It's also, I think it's important though, even just from like,
oh my God, I know. I just went to get IPL with a friend and we were both, and she needed to get her chest done. Because, like, there were all these spots on her chest, which, like, she's like, I never put sunscreen there when I was growing up. And, you know, thankfully, we were beauty editors, so I have always worn sunscreen. But, like, yeah, that skin is fragile, huh?
One last thing, though. Not just the skin. It's like when you carry yourself, like, with the shoulders in and, like, kind of hunched in, I feel like you're not your best self. Like, you're not even breathing properly. You're not even, like, expanding. But you're not actually like projecting and you're not kind of like, this sounds a little wavy gravy, but like you're not really like fully presenting yourself. Like think about if you had to
My heart chakra isn't open. I'm not being funny. I'm getting into it with you, right?
I don't know enough about the chakras.
Neither do I, but it felt right.
but I feel you on that. But like, let's say you were going to ask your boss for a raise or you were having a serious conversation with someone. I feel like being like in the posture that we're probably all sitting in right now is not the best thing. I'm not saying you need to be like a general, but I think there's a way to carry yourself that like you, not to like project in like in a way that's...
We're not doing Amy Cuddy power pose.
Oh, I do love an Amy Cuddy power pose.
I know, but this is different. This is like open.
Yeah, it's not like an aggressive way, but it's just like...
No,
I actually...
My heart is open to you.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel it.
I don't know. There was a lot to think about during that moment. So
everybody sit up straight, open your heart to others.
Shoulders back.
Physically and mentally. I'm into this.
Roll the shoulders back.
What podcast have you tuned into? You're like, I'm sorry, is this the beauty podcast, Fat Mascara? That's right, it is.
It is.
Beauty
it's
and wellness
connected.
are one, everyone. Yeah, exactly. Well, I am excited to do this show with you with both of us sitting up absolutely straight. There's so much trend. I'm going to just like trend out in our news section as we near the end of the year and project into next year. We're going to raise wands. Oh, a very open-hearted raise a wand from a listener to keep our theme going here.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, here we are in the newsroom, both erect, open-hearted, and ready to talk trends. Oh, before we get into like the real news, have you seen all the buzz about the show Wednesday on Netflix?
I've seen a lot of the buzz, yeah.
Who is the Nightmare Before Christmas? Tim Burton is the director.
Yeah.
It is it's so much better than it needs to be. It's like a CW vibe, like teen mystery drama, but the makeup is so good, Jess. It is like, before I even saw it on social media, I watched the show because I love Wednesday Addams. I mean, big surprise there. Like, just look at me. And I was like, whoever did this makeup, her name's Tara McDonald, by the way, like, shout out. It is so, so good. All the characters of all ages, but obviously mostly Wednesday. And then I went online, and of course, everybody figured out what lip product she used, and it's already sold out. Do you want to know what it is?
What is it?
It's MAC's Lip Pencil in Night Moth. What a name. It's like a blackened raspberry. So like a purpley pink with like an undercurrent of gray, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And so she would scribble the pencil on her hand and then put like Dr. Pawpaw's clear lip balm in it and then use that to sort of stain Wednesday's lips.
Pretty. It's
so pretty, but the rest of the makeup's amazing. She's got these little freckles. You know Gwendolyn Christie, the actress from Game of Thrones? She's like, I want to say 6'3", blonde. She's beautiful. Like she just has a presence. Her makeup's amazing. Morticia is Catherine Zeta-Jones. Her makeup's amazing. And then of course all the monster makeup is great too. But like if you're a beauty, like if you're into movie makeup and TV makeup, like go watch. Also,
Excellent.
The show's fun. So I doubt you're going to be able to get your hands on some Night Moth because I looked. It's sold out everywhere. But that's just a fun tip anyway. Just take like a dark lip pencil and mix it with some lip balm for a little stain. Are you ready to do the real news?
That was real news to me.
I know that. What am I saying? That was like absolutely groundbreaking news. Wait, we have to talk about colors of the year since they've all come out in the.
Oh, I saw.
Okay, but so I was ready to talk about, Jess and I love Pantone. We love the Pantone color of the year. I was ready to report.
I like talking about it more than the actual color of the year.
Yeah, of course. And I was ready to report that Viva Magenta is the 2023 color of the year. But then I was like, there's another company that came out with a color of the year. Like, why doesn't Pantone get to call this? So WGSN, which is a huge trend forecasting company, like right around the same time came out with their color of the year. And so theirs was digital lavender. Don't you love these names?
I prefer the digital lavender.
Okay, why?
So I don't know. Maybe it's just like, well, I always feel like it's like winter. So it's like there's like a seasonal bias.
Okay.
I'm not in the mood for anything that's like too intense. Do you know what I mean?
Vivacious. Viva.
Yeah. Like I think
Magenta.
it just kind of fits the mood. And there hasn't been, like, since 2020, just like being honest, I don't think there's a person who's like looking for like, so there's a person who will find like an optimistic, loud shade, like resonating with the moment. So there's something about the lavender that I feel is like quite peaceful.
Okay.
And it's pretty, it's pretty and tranquil and calm. And I feel like, given like even the past year, like the past year has not been good. I mean, on a global scale. I don't mean like personally in everyone's life, but there's something that is like promising and calm, and I feel like is understanding of the moment, but is still like happy and has like a positive spin. The lavender,
a soft
it's like
positive.
It's like it's like understanding of the moment, but still is like pleasant.
I personally am into the Viva Magenta because I feel like it works better with my color guru winter color story. I don't look well in a faded pastel.
Neither do I, which I only learned a few days ago. And all of my faded pastels have been banished to the Housing Works. Wear what makes you feel good. Put on the colors that make you feel good. Clearly, Viva Magenta is having its moment. I do think based on the news coverage, Viva Magenta is beating out Digital Lavender. So well done on that, Pantone. So much so that Firmenich, the fragrance makers, they actually worked with Pantone this year to create a scent.
inspired by Viva Magenta. Can you
Okay.
guess some of the notes, Jessica Matlin?
I'm gonna
Put on your
guess
perfumer
them.
hat. Yeah, just
I
give me
mean,
like
I
one.
would put in like rhubarb and berry.
Great. You're on trend. They went with beet, which to me,
Okay.
beets and rhubarbs have a minerally juicy
Yeah.
kind of smell. So that's good. Magenta vetiver, which I don't even know how that smells differently than regular vetiver. And then this special Firmenich thing called dragon fruit, dragon fruit,
Yeah.
pitaya, that pretty fruit. Smell the taste. So it's like a lab-created dragon fruit kind of. Because you know how
I
dragon
love
fruit sometimes
perfumers.
tastes like nothing? It's like watery if it's not a good one. They're just like, you're like,
I don't
okay.
think I've ever had a dragon fruit in my life.
Oh, I stayed on a pitaya farm when I was in Mexico visiting family. We stayed on this like pitaya farm together, and they like cut it up in cubes and froze it and made it into like breakfast bowls. It was really
Okay.
cool. Yeah, but when it's good, it's good. But when it's not, it's just like an icy, watery treat. So like
Okay.
it doesn't have. I think that might be why they did smell the taste, because like you can't. It's not like an extract you can get from that fruit. Anyway, the perfumer, her name was Gabriella Shelariu. I hope I said that right, Gabriella. And she wanted the earthy element from the beet. Then the dragon fruit is a watery freshness. And the magenta vetiver grounds it in a vibrant sensuality and depth.
Nice.
Yes.
Listen, I love the exercise. The color is like half the story. The download is the other half.
Yes.
Okay. What
Well,
else?
we're
you
not
got?
done with the exercise. We're going to keep going with our trend report theme.
Oh, okay. But we're done with color of the year.
We are. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. I love trend reports. Keep going.
Okay. Allergan Aesthetics, makers of many injectables that are probably in my face at this very moment, came out with their global trend report, which was cosmetic dermatologists from all over the country, or all over the world, excuse me. They interviewed them, and also 12,360 consumers or regular people. And so a couple little highlights I'll pull out. 81% of the people they surveyed, this group of 12,000 something, said facial treatments such as injectables and like, low invasive kind of treatments are more acceptable than they were 5 years ago, which I feel like is absolutely true. I see the stigma dropping every day. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think. How old were the people that they interviewed? Did they say?
From 18 to 80.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, maybe this is even more interesting. 92% of the people said more people should talk more openly about treatments. So it's not just a stigma coming down. I feel like this is people saying they want like public figures to be more open about it. I'm not sure, but there was a very good example that showed me why that would be a good thing if we talked more openly about it. This is from a UK aesthetic doctor. His name's Tijan Esho. And so he was interviewed for the report, and he shared this story. I'll read it exactly so I don't mess it up. He says, a very young patient came to see me not long ago and wanted me to remove her pores. So that's literally what she said to him. And the quote continues, she showed me a picture on Instagram and she said, look at this girl, you can't see her pores. I had to explain to her that that's a filter with makeup and that pores are natural, they're normal, and we can improve the appearance of them, but we cannot remove them. And that was a shock to her. And so I took off my like editor who writes about skin hat and I was like, oh yeah, if you're like a young person and you look at pictures all day and then you look at your own face, of course you think that there's a possibility not to have pores. I mean, maybe you haven't had like a biology class in medical, like if you're young and like uneducated in this, biology. Yeah, like she was like, well, this woman looks like that. I want to look like that, which is all the more reason I think that we do need to be more open about these things.
We need
people
fat
don't go
mascara
around
in the schools. That's what you're trying to say.
Play us when there's a substitute teacher, roll in the speakers and turn on fat mascara so
AV
that people
card.
can learn. Yeah, I don't know if they have those anymore. They'll be like, pull out your tablets, kids.
So.
She really thought there were people without pores. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, I believe it because they're seeing, oh my God, like tell me if you saw this. It was on Instagram, and I saw it like truth be told, I saw it in the Daily Mail. Okay, please don't judge me. But it was Paris and Kathy Hilton. They had like a Christmas decoration, and it was like little mini bottles of like champagne. And it was this photo of the two of them, and like they literally had the same. I need to stop saying literally so much. They had like the same face, And it was so, I'm not being too harsh, guys. Okay, I'm really not. I don't take swipes at celebrities like very often, but they had the same face. And it was so two-dimensional, super filtered. And if you are a young person, I don't know if they look at Kathy and Paris like as like, I want to be like them, but like this is just an example. I was like, the filtering is still cuckoo crazy, even though we were like rolling back a lot of that aesthetic. And if I were 10, 11 years old, like, listen, I didn't even realize when I was that age, like how blown out the photography was and like how much was not real and was like makeup and like lighting. I was just like, why do I have so many freckles? Or like, why do I have blue under my eyes? It was like photography. And I was a pretty smart kid.
Yeah.
So
no, I think
like
that
people believe like what they see. So if you're looking at Paris or, you know, I don't know, whoever, and you're seeing this like really perfect satiny face, and you look at yourself in the mirror when you wake up, you'd be like, I suck.
Yeah, that's not what I look like.
Doc, fix it.
Yeah, doc, fix it.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, I mean, and all these treatments that Allergan make, like their job is like to help people look more like the way they want to look. But like, let's do it with a little bit of an eye to like, I don't know, naturalness. And that was also a trend that was coming up that people were wanting to like, they saw that you could use these treatments and not go the Kathy Hilton route. I don't know what she looks like, so I don't know what she's had, but you know.
Yeah, just Google like champagne.
And it might have been a lot of the post-photography retouching, I'm sure, too.
Yeah. Who knows who did it?
I know plenty of celebrities, having worked in magazines, where like there's a couple big name celebrities I can think of that like require that you let them see their retouching before it gets published. And there was a couple that I can remember that wanted more retouching. There's certain celebrities that want less because they want to look more like themselves and get annoyed when you retouch them. But there was one I have in mind that like, whoo, she was like, take away more pores, take away more lines. And we were like, okay. So that's Allergan's report. There's plenty more in there, but I just thought that was very interesting. Speaking of dermatology end of the year wrap-ups, the medical information site Helio shared the top read dermatology articles of the year. And the number one, I don't have much to say about this, but the number one made me laugh. The article was, FDA warns Amazon and 2 other companies to cease unlawful sale of mole and skin tag removers.
Oh my God, I got the heebie-jeebies.
Not sure how I missed that the first time around this news came out in August. People, just in case you don't know, like you do not use those acid-based mole or skin tag removers on your skin if you have a mole that changes, or go to the dermatologist and make sure you know what it is. And also, most of them have like a ton of salicylic acid. They don't take it off. They just like do a huge amount of chemical exfoliating, can be inflammatory, it can be dangerous. So I checked up on some of these companies, by the way. Most of them have ceased sales. I mean, when you get an FDA letter, it's like, okay, we done. No more skin tag remover. So that was the top read story of the year as far as dermatology. And I'm going to end this with another fun report. Pinterest came out with their trend report for the year. They were very proud to point out, so I will tell you, for the last 3 years, 8 out of the 10 trends that they predicted for the following year came true, thanks to their robust methodology and analysis. So what I'm about to tell you is obviously the case, because Pinterest says so. Jess, showers are the new baths. People are searching for, this is a quote, shower routine aesthetic. Those searches are up 460%, plus shower bombs. People are really into shower bombs and walk-in showers. But can I just take a moment here to talk about quote-unquote aesthetic? Why does everybody just stick aesthetic on the end of everything now? Like it's blah, blah, aesthetic.
I was thinking about that yesterday. Oh my God, it's so funny you're mentioning that. Like,
it's clean girl aesthetic. It's shower routine aesthetic. Like the true meaning of the word aesthetic.
Elevates what they're trying to do. So it's like desk aesthetic.
Yeah,
I
think people use it synonymously now with the word look, which I get. I mean, that's not what it means, but I guess the meaning of the word is changing. Anyway, people are very into their shower routine aesthetic, and showers are the new baths. And I was thinking about a guest we had on this year who told me about her steam room shower. Like she has one of those showers that also makes steam.
Oof.
And I was
living
like,
large.
Yeah, I could see showers being the new bath. We're busy. We're back out in the world. So that trend is up.
It's
another
like,
one.
Yeah, it's like I don't like to clean the bath. I have to. I mean, we do a lot of baths in my house, but like
when you have little kids, it's like
But Lake has transitioned to the shower half the time.
Does she take like 40-minute showers Atlas
That's funny.
loves
we
the
went through this-
shower.
Yeah, we went through this yesterday. There was big tears when I turned off the shower. Big tears.
They think it's like a swim time. Like
Yeah.
all the toys come in and he sings. I mean, not anymore. He's 8 now, but when he was littler, I would be like, dude, what are you doing in there? Are you just like having fun, you know? Oh, anyway.
Shower
okay,
aesthetic.
what else is hot? Rust. Burnt orange is the new wedding color.
I thought you meant like the mineral. Like, 'cause I was still on the
oxidizing
shower.
metal?
I was like,
Oh, no. Sorry,
Sick.
we're moving on to like wedding color themes. Burnt orange wedding theme. Searches are up 695%. So, first of all, I
That's
was at your
weird.
wedding.
Why?
Did you have a color theme at your wedding?
not really. I mean, like
Me
I
neither.
like it was just like we would put like eucalyptus places, but it wasn't. I didn't want to be like beholden to a color.
Well, clearly a lot of people do, and the color
Okay.
is burnt orange.
Okay,
So,
I mean, you do you. I guess that's very like fall wet. I mean, I guess that's really good for people in fall.
yeah, I was also thinking about a lot of the home decor has that 70s like marigold, burnt orange, emerald green vibes have been around. So maybe that's where it comes from. But when wedding season kicks back up in the spring, guys, be prepared. Maybe don't wear burnt orange or rust to any weddings because you're going to match the decor according to Pinterest. And then
People are going to ask you for things. They'll think you're the planner.
what if you dress like all the waiters in like burnt orange and then you wear no. The last one was, they called it Gemini hair. I love how astrology influences everything, but it's two-toned hair, which I have been seeing so much more of. Even actually one of the characters on Wednesday, her roommate has like icy blonde with like pink tips. But the biggest two-tone trend was blue and black braids. Another one was lavender and blonde hair. Then lavender and pink hair, and then even the term brown to pink balayage. Like that specific term is up 280% searches. Like people are very into this, like just the tips, you know? Jess's face. Don't make it gross. It's not gross. I'm just saying two tones, like, you know. All right, I'll stop. So
Nice.
there are your
Okay.
trends. Everybody
that's
get ready for
all the news
2023.
That's fit for the pod right now. Okay. Very
That's right.
cool.
Okay, let's go raise some wands.
It's holiday shopping time, and I'm just going to get it all done at Origins. Origins is the pioneering nature-infused skincare brand that has elevated gift sets that will surprise and delight everyone on your holiday shopping list. Origins creates transformative skincare with naturally derived ingredients to noticeably improve how skin looks and feels.
I like your plan, Jess. I'm going to do the same thing because I love that Origins has a long history of commitment to our planet. They reduce waste, they care about our natural resources, and their gift set cartons are plastic-free, recyclable, sourced from responsibly managed forests, and for every tree harvested, new trees are planted. Love that. To date, the brand has planted over 2 million trees around the world, so you can feel good about the gifts you're giving this season from Origins, like their bestsellers gift set, which I actually just am gifting to myself because it has the most amazing travel size stuff. You get the frothy face wash, the checks and balances, clear improvement, charcoal mask, mega mushroom, a little ginseng. Don't you love ginseng?
I love ginseng. That's my favorite franchise.
Oh my God. I know it works on my skin, but also I just love the smell so much.
So fresh.
There's also eye cream, fortifying emulsion, like all this great stuff. And it's $45. And they have all sorts of other gift sets too.
Excellent. So get Origins gift sets today, available at origins.com.
You know, let's talk about dating. There's nothing like finding someone you can be fully yourself around. And Jess, I know we're not dating, but it's that feeling, the feeling we have with each other. Like when I was dating, that's what I wanted. Just someone I could really be myself around. That's what eHarmony is all about. They help you find those people that just get you. It's not fake.
You could just kind of say anything. You don't have to just kind of like curate your responses or post the perfect photo of yourself. Just be yourself.
Isn't that refreshing?
It feels really good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little bit more about why you should get on eHarmony. eHarmony wants you to discover what real connection feels like. Their app helps you highlight more of your personality so you can meet people who like you for you, which is honestly an amazing feeling. And if you're ready to move past the swipe grind, eHarmony is the app that's ready to take you to that place. Their personality quiz is designed to highlight more of your personality, not the curated one. It's not about quippy one-liners. It's not about that perfect photo. Get ready to meet people who you can actually connect with. It's a great feeling.
You get to find someone who gets you. Who doesn't want that? Start a conversation on eHarmony today, and it's free. Download the eHarmony app now. It's that time of year, holiday time. I need to talk to you about Storyworth because I need more of it in my life. You know how when you're spending time with loved ones for the holidays, you hear a lot of stories? In my family, it's my dad telling the same story. It's like he has this one story that he just trots out to every family member, and I need to diversify him. I'm sure you guys all have that experience with certain family members, right? Come on,
diversify.
I want to hear more stories, actually, just not the same ones. And that's where Storyworth comes in. They make it fun and easy.
Every week, Storyworth will email your loved one a single life-related question that you pick from their collection. So, for example, it might be something like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done? Or what's the farthest you've ever traveled? And all they have to do is reply with a story. Then after a year, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories, memories, and even any photos that you add into an exquisite hardcover book, creating this nice little valued keepsake. Now, millions of stories have already been told with Storyworth because they make the process so simple. Get started with your loved one for the holidays, and before you know it, you'll both be cherishing those timeless stories for generations to come. Now, I've done this with my mom, and I have to tell you, she revealed some amazing stuff. Like, they asked her what was her favorite toy growing up, or her favorite teacher, or the first trip she ever took with my dad. I learned so much about my mom that just didn't come up in conversation.
Oh, I love that. And I could learn about my parents' relationship together, too. Good idea, Jess. Help your family share their story this holiday season with Storyworth. Go to storyworth.com/mascara today and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com, STORYWORTH, storyworth.com/mascara. You'll save $10 on your first purchase.
Okay, it's time to raise a wand. Our listener from Nashville has a raise a wand for us, but unfortunately she didn't give us her name. Let's do it anyway.
Hey, Jess and Jen. Thanks so much for the podcast. I love listening to each episode. I would like to raise a wand, and this hits all the things you're looking for recently. It is indie. It is small business. It is woman-owned and has a social justice bent. Something to elevate our awareness and connection to ourselves and our inner beauty at a price point that is reasonable. And that is a little business here in Nashville, Tennessee called High Garden Tea. And Laura Bell, the woman who runs it, is super knowledgeable and lovely. She has great videos on her Instagram, and she's been creating amazing teas for connection to self, the earth, the body for like 15, 20 years, maybe more. I don't know. Anyway, the teas are amazing. They are lovely. And 50 cents of every product that is purchased goes towards purchasing forested land in southern United States. And then all of that purchased land is then put into a land trust, preventing it from any development in the future to protect biodiversity and water sources. So High Garden Tea, amazing, beautiful teas, organically grown herbs, wildly foraged plants to create health and wellness in the body and just have beautiful moments over a hot cup of tea. Thanks for doing what you do.
I love everything about this. Thank you for listening to your homework and getting it done. I literally turned to Eric yesterday and I was like, we need to get more into teas. Then I got your call and I went and I bought the Einstein tea from this company, which is like a tea to help you focus, but it doesn't have caffeine and it has peppermint instead and some other stuff. So I was like, caffeine free yet helps me focus. Yes, please. Our listeners are the best. If you would like to raise a wand, I say we see this out to the end of the year. Let's keep the homework the same. I love learning about the little companies, women-owned, some that have like an ethical bent to them, maybe give to a great philanthropy. Share those with us. You can email a voice memo. info@fatmascara.com is our email, as you know, or pick up the phone and call us. I will not pick up the phone. I will just let it ring and leave a voicemail. And that number is 646-481-8182. Keep them coming. Jessica, what do you have for us?
Okay, my Raise a Wand is actually an Instagram account that I have gotten so lost in since I discovered a couple days ago. It's called Makeup and Cinema. And they describe it as an archive of makeup on screen. It is basically just screenshots, usually they're slideshows of some of the best makeup moments. And it is just like, it's like my ultimate time suck. So it's like everything from, people applying makeup on screen in famous movies or famous movie scenes to just incredible looks. So just like some highlights, like Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding, which is that incredible scene where she's putting on the makeup,
yes.
Or Christina Ricci, who also played Wednesday Addams, kind of a funny moment in Buffalo 66. Angelica Houston at her incredible makeup. And I feel like a lot of crossover tonight in The Witches. Anne Hathaway doing her makeup in, oh my God, Devil Wears Prada, American Psycho, Mia Jovovich in The Fifth Element, a ton of indie movies, and a lot of like queer cinema movies that I've never heard of. Kim Cattrall, oh my God, so fabulous in Sex and the City.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, not Mannequin, but yeah. But it's a great place for film discovery, but it's also a great place to relive moments that you're going to be like, oh my God, I loved that. So it's just fabulous. Their curation is awesome. Very cool.
Maybe we could track down whoever created that account, have them come on and share some movie magic with us.
It's all there. It's all there. So check it out and
Tell
enjoy.
me the name of the handle again.
It is Makeup in Cinema. I just want to double check that there's no
Makeup in Cinema.
Yeah, Makeup in Cinema. No periods
want.
or anything. All one word.
I love that. Okay.
Oh my God, even Pam in the office with her compact behind the desk.
Oh, yeah. That used to be like such a fun thing I would do whenever there was like a bathroom scene in a movie. I'd pause it and I'd be like, just go through and name them all. See if I could do it just from the bottles, Thanks for that one. I'm going to share with you, because I didn't do one last week. I saved this from last week. This Oris soap. Have you seen this
so
brand?
Good. Yes.
I'm obsessed with the packaging. I was ready to raise a wand to it before I even tried the soap. And then I was like, what are you doing, Jen? Like, open the damn box. Don't just sniff it. Like, use the soap. Let's see what it's really like. These little bars, it's a French company. They're these little squares. They are like packed. Like, it's one of those really high-end soaps that doesn't like disappear in 2 seconds in the shower. They're for face and body. And the one I want to raise a wand to is La Diez, which I'm giving a Spanish accent. Sorry, it's French. La Diez means goddess in French. Why did I just make that Spanish? Because it was easier, because I don't speak French. And so here's what's in it. Oh, it's so good. The good stuff is Indian madder and raw honey, then olive oil, coconut oil, shea butter. Great base there with some castor oil in it. But what is really getting me is the scent. Egyptian geranium, and camphor. So it has this like astringent herbal quality that doesn't, it's not stingy in your nose, but it's like, ooh, I'm awake. I'm awake and green and dirty and awake. Does that make sense to you?
Awake and green and dirty.
Awake and green and dirty. They're so gorgeous. If you need a last minute gift, by the way, I know we're getting really close to Christmas if you celebrate, but they do a box of 4 soaps that is like the best gift. You don't even need to package it. You don't even need a ribbon because the packaging's really good. So Oris is my raise a wand. So yeah, on Friday we have an excellent. Oh, speaking of movies, I love how these themes just come in. Like we did a trend, then we got into like a little bit of movies and TV. We have something related to that coming on Friday for you guys. So get your beauty sleep, and yeah, we'll see you back here.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us, or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love.
To share a Raise the Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.
If you haven't finished holiday shopping yet, don't panic. I have a Fat Mascara approved source for incredible original gifts. It's Uncommon Goods, uncommongoods.com. They have the absolute best gifts for everyone in your life. They're unique and creative. And Jess and I love that they're often handmade by independent artists and makers. You probably already know because I talked about this on the show. I got my mom the personalized word search blanket on uncommongoods.com, but I just picked up something for my stepson for one of the nights of Hanukkah. I'm getting him a mochi making kit so we can make mochi together. Like, he loves messing around in the kitchen, has a huge sweet tooth. So I love that this is both a gift and an experience we can share together. Speaking of experiences, did you know Uncommon Goods is also offering uncommon experiences? If you're looking for a gift that you don't have to worry about getting lost in the mail, I'm not saying it's last minute, but this is a good last minute resource. Uncommon experiences are more than virtual classes. They're unexpected opportunities to have fun and connect in new ways, like tarot reading, lunar astrology charting, cooking, mixology, crafts, gardening. There's so many to choose from. Best of all, every purchase from Uncommon Goods, including the Uncommon Experiences, means you'll be giving back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. Uncommon Goods has donated more than $2.5 million to date. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/fatmascara. That's uncommongoods.com/fatmascara for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
The holidays are in full swing, and Ulta Beauty is ready with the best gifts to give and get. Winter can be harsh on the skin. Help you and your loved ones rest and replenish their skin with Drunk Elephant's The Littles Kit, a set of AM and PM essentials for getting your skin to its healthiest and its happiest. Got a secret Santa that's hard to shop for? We've got just the thing. Ariana Grande's Coffered gift set combines her greatest hits with 6 distinct scents, from floral and fruity to warm and spicy. So hurry and check out our holiday gift guide today for more great beauty gifting ideas. Shop in-store, online, or pick up today at Ulta Beauty. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.